I'm literally never getting my nails done ever again in my life. Literally, look at this. I'm so mad. Oh my god. Literally, I hate my nails. Oh my god. I'm never again. I will do them at home for the rest of my life. Literally, she was trimming my nails down, like my real nails. She was cutting all my skin on every single one, and I would like go like that. And then she got to this hand, and she was like, am I hurting you? And I was like, yeah, it's really hurting. And she was like, okay. Proceeds to cut the rest of them, and literally did, like, she cut half my finger off. I'm so upset. Oh my god. And then I kept telling her to make them shorter and less pointy because I don't like them. And she wasn't even, like, she was barely trimming them down. And then I went to check out and she was like $50. And I was like, bro, no. Like, I'm not paying. I'm sorry. Like, this is stupid. Like, you can't see them, but like most of my finger, like my I can't even talk. Like, most of my fingers are cut. And I was like, I just don't feel like I, like, should pay that. I don't feel like I deserve to pay that. And she just looked at me, and I was like, do you have a manager? And she called the manager over there, and I know I embarrassed her so bad, and I feel bad, but like, freaking, like, I'm gonna have to, like, what if it gets infected? And then she proceeded to touch the blood from my finger and wipe it on the towel, and then she used all the tools on my finger that was bleeding. So my blood is all over their tools. And then, here's the best part about it all. The manager goes, I'll give you 20% off. Oh, never again. And I was supposed to get my toes done. And I didn't even get my toes done. I just wanted to leave. And I hate them, and I just wanted to leave. So now I'm gonna cry about it all day.
I ain't even getting nothing that cost $210.
Yeah, you did.
I can't do 210.
Yeah, you can.
Let's bring it down. Let's negotiate something.
This is.
We're just taking them all off.
Okay, yeah, we can go ahead and do that. We can go ahead and take them all off.
Okay.
You ain't gotta worry about it.
That's fine. It's okay.
Anybody reputable.
Somebody will probably do them today.
Oh, good luck. You're gonna have roaches in your nails.
It's gonna last no way. They should be 40.
Well, I guess we never gonna find out. They would have stayed on if you paid me.
We gonna fix her nails. It's gonna cost around $50 just to fix her nails.
$50?
Yeah.
Why she just got her nails done?
I understand, but we're changing the design just because she didn't like it. That doesn't mean it's gonna be a free design.
It should be, but she didn't like it.
But she did like it. She should have said something when we did the nails, but she didn't. You guys are back here wanting to change the whole design.
I'm pretty sure she did say something. I'm pretty sure you just brushed it off and told her to come
She
back.
actually didn't say anything. I asked her like 3-4 times, and she just say she likes it, and then now you guys are back.
I don't know. No, you shouldn't recharge just for you to change it because you didn't do it right the first time.
I did it right the first time. She just didn't like it.
Well, obviously you didn't. If I have to come back and get them, you did.
Are you gonna pay me or no?
No.
We're not moving on.
Well, you ain't getting your money. I'm not paying you.
Okay, well, go ahead and just keep these nails then, because these nails are not going to change.
You should change them.
Why don't you change them if you don't want to pay for them?
I would if I couldn't. I mean, you're already there. You're already here. You might as well just change them myself.
Oh man, these looks good. I like them.
Really?
Yeah. What's wrong with them?
Well, I'm lifting on this now.
Yeah, that's normal.
Normal?
Yeah.
It's been only 4 weeks.
Yeah, you do a lot with them. You know, I mean, look, lifting is normal when you have your nails on for 4 weeks. You do a lot.
No.
Because think about it. Throughout the months, you wash dishes.
I think you need to try a little harder. I think you need to maybe apply a little bit more primer. I think you need to do a little something.
I always give you double primer.
Really?
Yeah, I mean,
I think
it's not that bad though. It's literally just one finger that's, I mean, yeah, it's just that. But other than that, they're all on. I think they're fine.
I think you can do better. I really do.
You know, I think you should just pick your ass a little bit lighter because, I mean...
I like the way I pick my ass. But I think you need to give me a discount.
A discount?
Discount.
For what?
You know, I take off for this.
Okay, first of all, a lift is not gonna slide for a discount, okay? And it's not my problem that you pick somebody's ass or your ass so hard that you lifted your nail. And this is 4 weeks of work. I don't know what more do you want. All you have to do is just put a little glue on it. And you want a discount?
You said 95. When they say don't cheat on nail tech, fucking listen. One of my nails popped off right before Stampede, and I had to get a new set done because... Anyways, so I go to the nail salon behind my house because my nail tech is unavailable. She's booked up. Anyways, I just wanted to get French tips with cow print on it. I showed them the picture. It was a bit shorter than this. They said 95. So I assumed like a bit longer would be like 110, 120 max. Okay, cool. 3 hours go by and I get my nails finally done. I'm about to pay, and you know, they look great. I didn't really get rhinestones. Usually I get rhinestones as well. But I didn't this time because I was like too tired. Anyways, about to pay and they're $175. I'm like, excuse me? You said 95 and now they're 170. Like, these are not worth 170. These don't even have rhinestones. I paid because it was a full salon and everyone was looking at me, but don't cheat on your nail tech.
Story time of how a client used to lie to me to get discounts on her nails. Where do I even begin? This client had apparently found me through a close friend of hers who also happened to be one of my regular clients. Being the person that I am, I really love to start conversations and be in tune with my clients. In getting deeper into conversation, my client decided to tell me a little bit more about her life, or at least I thought it was her life. She told me many stories about how she ended up homeless and how she was sleeping on her friend's couch. And in those moments, I really did feel bad for her. And in feeling bad for her, here and there I would take a couple dollars off of her set. And she used to tell me that her way of paying me back was by wearing my nails in public and posting about me. She would return monthly to get her nails done again, but soon after I caught on to her story. When my regular client, who she had said to be close friends with, would come in to get her nails done, I would often ask about her friend's well-being and health if I hadn't seen her in a while. My regular would proceed to say that she was perfectly fine and in good health. She had then asked me why I was so curious about her. I was a little confused as to why my client was replying that way. She would reply in a way as to if having no idea about her friend. At this point, I was so confused. As the conversation between me and my regular began to unravel, I began to put two and two together, and I realized that her friend was lying to me about everything. Part 2 to the story time of when a client used to lie to me to get discounts on her nails. Figuring out that the client was lying to me this entire time, I had to figure out a way to confront her. She then booked an appointment after about a month or two of not even seeing her. On the day of her appointment, upon arrival, I had her sit in the chair, but I did not service her. She so rudely asked me why I wasn't doing her nails, and that's when I told her everything I knew. She looked at me like if I had no idea what I was talking about, and after that, she started crying, trying to make me feel sorry for her again. She tried to come up with so many other excuses as to why she was lying to me that I honestly got so fed up with her and I told her to leave. But here's what she proceeds to do after she leaves. I get an email saying that my page had been reported for fraud, and instantly I knew it was her. Not too long after, I received a DM from her on Instagram stating that she would come to me and try to fight me if I decided to say anything about this. I paid her no mind, and I decided to take matters into my own hands. I decided to charge the card that she had on file all of the remaining balances on the nails that I had given her discounts on. She came around and tried to dispute the charges with her bank, but the bank denied all of her dispute charges. And instead of fighting me, she ended up fighting her bank account. Hope you guys enjoyed the story time.
The nail lady who did my nails the other day at the salon was unhinged. It's story time. So we go in, there is nobody in this nail salon, and we are 15 minutes early. So we were excited at first because we thought we'd get to sit and pick out our colors for a few minutes, but they were like, oh, we'll just take you now. And so we're like, all right. So we both tell them what they want. I'm like, I just want gel polish, nothing else. And so the lady starts grinding my nails and like, you know, doing them, whatever. And then another lady walks up to her and starts saying something to her. And then she looks up at me confused and is like, wait, you wanted a full set? And I'm like, no, I just wanted gel polish. She's like, oh. And she puts the grinder away and then she starts like filing my nails. She does the rest of my nails, you know, files and whatever. And then she's like, okay, go wash your hands. So I do, and when I walk back, she's like shaking up a bottle, like she's getting it ready to paint my nails. And she goes like this, and I'm like, what are you doing? And she's like, painting your nails, give me your hand. And I'm like, what color is that? She says, red. And I'm like, oh, I didn't want red. And she's like, why not? What? I'm like, I don't know, because I don't want that. I'm like, I just wanted to pick the color. She's like, just take this. I'm like, no, I wanted to look at the colors. You didn't even give me the books yet to look at the colors. And she's like, fine. Like, oh, I'm so sorry. Can't even get to pick the color of my own nails. So I tell her, I just wanted to get French tips, actually. And she tells me, no, you shouldn't get French tips. I'm like, why? And she said, French tips will come off after a few days. Like, they'll chip at the ends. You're not going to like it, so you should just get something else. So I'm like, oh, okay. So then I take the books, and I'm looking through the books and everything. And literally every 30 seconds or less, she's like, did you pick something? Did you pick something? Did you pick yet? And keep in mind, there is nobody else in this nail salon. It is me and my cousin who's getting a full set. So like, I'm gonna be there for like an hour, and I'm like, do you have somewhere to be, ma'am? Like, why are you doing this? And then finally, after like, honestly, only a few minutes, she's like, you know, we could just do French tips. That's fine. And I'm like, you just said that if I get French tips, they're gonna come off and like chip off really fast. She's like, no, I was wrong. That's not true. Okay. And so I show her the colors that I wanted. I wanted light blue and then sparkles for the tips, for the French tips. So she goes and gets them. She paints my nails. She starts to do them. And then she's like, these aren't pretty. I'm like, what? And she's like, these aren't pretty. They're not pretty. And she just keeps saying that over and over again. She's like, these are not pretty, honey. These are not it. These are not pretty. And so finally I'm like, you did them, ma'am. Like, what are you talking about? They're not pretty. Like, okay. But I'm like, whatever. It's fine. They're my nails. Like, it's fine. Just finish them up. So she does like right hand, left hand, right hand, left hand, right hand. And then she's like, okay, you're all done. I'm like, you didn't do my left hand. And she's like, yes, I did. And I'm like, no, you didn't. Like, these are, I have been here the whole time. Trust me, you did not do the other one. She like rolls her eyes again. She's like, oh, fine, I'll do your other hand. And the entire time, I don't even know how to explain it, but it's like literally all I'm doing is sitting there giving her my hand so that she can do my nails. And she's acting like I'm taking too long to do this. Like, I'm like almost like I felt like I was being rushed, but I'm like, I'm literally not in control of anything that's going on here. I don't know how I could be expected to go faster. But finally at the end, she's like, okay, you're all done, go ahead. And so I'm like, okay, whatever. And so I go over to my cousin where she's getting her nails done. And before I even get there, another woman who was sitting in the back the whole time with an older gentleman, and they were doing paperwork, I'm gonna guess they were an owner or something. She walks up to me and she's like, oh, let me see your nails. And I show her and she goes, oh, so pretty. And then she walks back. She walks into the back room where the lady who did my nails was. And so I walk up to my cousin and she's like, oh, you're all done, let me see your nails. And I'm barely even shown her my nails when the lady who did my nails comes like bursting out the door from the back room. She runs up to me with a cuticle clipper in hand, and in the aisle where I'm standing talking to my cousin, she takes my hand and goes, oh, let me just do this, and starts clipping my cuticles, literally standing there in the aisle. I'm like, okay. So I'm pretty sure that whoever that lady was, the owner or manager or whoever, was like, you did not actually do all of the steps you were supposed to do in this manicure. And then I had to wait another like 20 minutes with my cousin, just again to show that like we had so much ample time. No other customers came into the store the entire time that we were there either. But the cherry on top of the whole experience was the fact that when we went up to pay, my cousin's nails were $47 for a full set, and they looked beautiful. And mine, my literally just gel polish, was $43. Like, you're telling me for $4 more I could have got a full set and like actually got what I wanted? That's really not their fault. That's my fault for not asking about the prices first. But like, oh my gosh, I never would have thought that just getting a gel manicure would cost $43 compared to almost the same exact price as getting a full set. Ludicrous. And now every time I look at these nails, I think they're not pretty.
Just chitty chat. You guys, I just got so bamboozled at the nail salon, like physically and mentally, like I'm unwell. Like, ugh. All right, so here's what happened. I was talking to one of my girlfriends, you know, as girls do. We were just chitty-chatting about my nails. And you know what she said to me? She goes, oh, I just got a really good Russian manicure. She's obsessed. I'm like, oh, I want to try that. Like, I don't know what this is, but like, I want to go. She tells me where to go. And I'm like, perfect. That is within walking distance of my house. Like, I'm there. She goes, but it's $90. And I'm like, okay, fine. It's a little expensive, but it's supposed to last 6 weeks. So I'm like, so justifiable. Like, I'm going to try it. Now, keep in mind, she had just went, okay? Her manicure was fresh. You have to make an appointment for a Russian manicure online. So, okay.
okay, so I went on the website, I made an appointment, put in my credit card information because I do believe that you had to like prepay. So I believe I prepaid $90. But again, I knew this. I put my jacket on, you know, it's slightly raining / snowing here in Chicago. Put my jacket on, I walk and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's like less than a 10-minute walk for me. Perfect. So where it was supposed to be was above a bar. So, you know, like I had to like walk up and now I'm like, okay, should I walk in here? Like, I'm not sure. Maybe this leads to it. So I walk into like a walk up that has a bunch of businesses in it. Like, kind of. I'm literally like in somebody's like house. Like, it was just very weird. And I'm like, this is not the nail salon. So I text her and I'm like, where is it? And she's like, no, it's right there. And I'm like, dude, literally, like, there's no nail salon here. Then I see this other girl who looks like a friend. And I said, oh, is there a nail salon here? And she goes, I just got a pedicure here like last week. Where's the nail salon? And I'm like, we're being bamboozled. We are being bamboozled. And she's like so confused. She goes, no, I was just here. I have an appointment. And I'm like, girl, I have an appointment too. My other friend was just here. So she's like, hang on, let me call another friend. She calls her other friend who's like, no, they just moved. And we're like, okay, weird. So this is where it got like a little odd. Thank God this girl gave me the address because I thought we were just going to walk there, you know, together. And if it was going to be far, I was going to be like, girl, I'll get the Uber. Like, don't even worry about it. It was like a 3-block walk. And I'm thinking like, oh my God, this girl's, we're going to be new friends. We're just going to like chitty chatting about how like, this is just an odd situation. No, she like literally like didn't wait for me. And I was like, oh, see you at the nail salon. Like, and if you're that girl, like, I'm so sorry. Like, I get it. You didn't want to talk to me. I understand. Then this is what I see. And I have to insert a picture because like this can only describe it. This is what I walk up to. Okay. Again, it's like next to a bar and it says the best nails with the phone number. And I'm like, I think this is it. And now I'm not one to be like, you know, whatever, but I do find myself being very judgy of nail salons of like, you know, I want to go to like a nice nail salon. You know, if I'm going to sit there, you know, I want a nice pedicure chair. Like, I just want it to be like, you know, nice, right? And if you know me, like, this is like the exact opposite of my aesthetic, you know, like I'm unsure, but I'm committed. Like, I'm getting this $90 Russian manicure. So now I'm walking up some like very questionable stairs and I'm like, where are we? Like, where am I? And then I find the little nail salon. Now, it's not really a salon. It's more like I'm in somebody's house, kind of. I don't know, but there are other girls there and it was definitely like, this was not a nail salon that I've ever been to before, but like, I can confirm that they were doing nails there. And they were expecting me, no problem. I did say like, oh, I called you. Like, the girl was gaslighting me. She goes, no, everyone knew that we were moving. And I'm like, I didn't know. This girl didn't know. Like, I don't think anybody knew. Anyways, I sit down and this Russian girl, because I'm getting a Russian manicure, sits down. I can tell she doesn't speak English. I don't speak Russian. We're having a problem. And I'm trying to tell her that I have dip on my hands. And she goes, okay, she understands that. So then she goes and tells this other girl that I have dip on. And then she goes, okay, she points at me and she goes like this. And I'm like, oh, that's me getting up. And then she takes me upstairs. Okay. And I'm going upstairs and I'm like, upstairs? Like, we go out of the establishment back into like these weird stairs. We're going somewhere else. We are leaving the salon. I'm like, where are we going? No, there's like nail salon part 2. Okay. But I'm looking around and I'm like, I don't know if they do. I don't think they do pedicures here, whatever. So I'm like, this is just like, I'm confused. It's just a bunch of nail desks set up in what is like an apartment. But I'm like, okay, you know what? Like, I'm committed. Okay. I see the other girls here. I'm like, you know what? It's okay. We're just getting our nails done. So I sit down and the girl's like, okay, you have dip on right now. We're going to transition you into I think it's called overlay. And I'm like, perfect. That's what I'm here for. I'm here for the Russian manicure. And she goes, okay, so the new total is going to be $170. I'm like, $170? It was just $90. Now to take off my dip is $170. I said, okay, sure, no problem. This sounds great. Like, I'm invested. Like, I have been through a whirlwind to get here. I'm getting it. Like, that's great. I'm like, and in the meantime, like, we haven't even started the process. I'm probably like 30 minutes into my appointment, to which my husband texts me and he's like, oh, when should I pick you up? And I'm like, homeboy, we're supposed to go run errands after. I'm like, homeboy, I don't even know what's going on. I'm getting bamboozled over here. Like, I have no idea. And he's like, okay, just let me know when you're close and like, I'll pick you up. We'll go run our errands. I'm like, perfect. Also, I'm starving because the apple that I brought just wasn't doing it. She starts taking it off. Now, it was, there was no foil. She didn't take it off with any foil. I'm like, usually I think they put acetone and foil and then just wait a little bit. Then they scrape it up. No, none of that. I was like, you know what? Okay, you just do your thing. So I'm sitting there thinking about this $170 manicure. This girl sits down to me and what does she have on? She has on the cutest black boot Louboutins. And I was like, I need those. Like, I saw them and I was like, I need them. I need them. So I'm sitting there and I looked up the boots and I'm like, oh my God, I need them. And then I was like, oh, they happen to have them in a store like right near where I am. And I'm like, oh my God, like I need them. And then I'm thinking about the $170 that my manicure's costing and then these black Louboutins that I need. And I'm like, I have to leave this place. And then she taps me and she's like, no more phone. You can't be on your phone, no more phone. And I'm like, okay, you know what? I respect that. I will not be on my phone anymore. Like, I get it. It's annoying. Like, I'm on my phone. I'm like trying to scroll and like whatever. And you're trying to do right now. She's like, no more. I'm like, okay, great. So then I start paying attention to like what's going on with the manicure. You guys, this is the manicure, okay? My cuticles have never looked so good. I would say from the knuckle up was the manicure, okay? She was really getting into like my finger. She did not want any extra skin. There is no extra skin anywhere. Like, these nail beds are deep, okay? My nails are looking good. And then when she shaped them, she took about 30 minutes to shape each one of my nails. And girls, when I tell you that these nails are perfectly shaped, they are perfectly shaped. And I'm like, this girl is taking her sweet time. This is very serious. She's taking this extremely seriously. And you know what? I appreciate it. My nails are ready to go. And she says, what color? And I'm like, perfect. This girl, I brought a picture. I want the light lavender. She's going to get it. She brings back this color. And I said, oh, it's a little pink. Could you have anything like a little more like lilac? She looks at me and she goes, no, you get that color. And I said, okay, I'll get this color. That sounds good. And now we're about an hour and a half in. And I see that my husband, who's like trying to pick me up so we can go run errands, is calling me. And I'm like, I can't answer. And I also have no idea how long this is going to take. Like, sorry, can't answer. Then the absolute worst thing happens. Okay, mind you, I did say that I was starving. He texted me and he's like, I'm going to pick up food. Do you want anything? I couldn't text back to say, yes, I'm starving. I couldn't text back. I was so scared. I could not text back. So I just sit there and stare at my phone saying, do you want something to eat? And I just know that he's going to leave. He's going to leave. Then she starts to paint my nails, okay? And it's not like a normal paint. It's like the dip jar, you know, with the loose powder, but it's not loose powder. It's like a thick nail polish that she's taking and painting. You guys, she's painting my nails upside down. She's painting my nails upside down. My hand, I was going like this. The entire time I was going like this. She was so meticulous with it, you guys. Each finger she would paint, and then I would put it, you still have to like put under the lights, but the way that she was painting them, it was Picasso. She couldn't have taken more time, okay? I got in there at 2 o'clock. I left at 4:30. And I'm like, you know what? My nails, not the color that I wanted, but they do look stunning. Like, my nails look stunning. Like, and then I go to pay. This is the receipt. Oh, and the $12, I had to get a tip put on my middle finger because it was broken. It was $12 for one, but it wasn't, she made the tip, you guys. Like, it wasn't like a plastic, like they just cut it. No, she made it with like a putty. Again, took 30 minutes. It was worth questionably, it was worth $12. So yeah, my manicure was $206. And then I get in the car where my husband has been waiting for 25 minutes because he could not communicate with me, and he has food.
All right, story time of how I just started crying in a nail salon. Figured I might as well tell you guys the story while the emotions are running hot. So let's go. I basically had a panic attack. It was so horrible. You know how none of us girlies ever want to tell the nail tech that we don't like our nails or that one of them is messed up? This is why. I'm really bad at telling stories, so I need to figure out how to articulate myself well. So I had an appointment at 2:30, but the weird thing was, within the first 45 minutes of being there, 3 different nail techs were working on my nails. The first one just removed the polish, the next one was cutting them down, the next one was buffing them and filling them. It was so out of control. And the last girl that was working on my nails, she was on the phone and standing and doing my nails, and she was filing so hard because you could tell she was annoyed for some reason. And she was doing it so hard, they started to hurt. And she wasn't really paying attention to how short she was getting them. Her pressure was insane. She was just trying to shape them. And then when she gets off the phone, she's like, are these good? And I'm just like, hey, why are these two so short? There was no nail left. They were all the way to my natural nail. And she gets so mad. I need to make sure I don't start crying. So basically she's like, oh my goodness, it's not my fault. This other girl, she cut them too short. She should have left more length for me, all this kind of stuff. And in my head, I'm like, no, you just weren't paying attention to how short you made them because you were on the phone and you were standing doing it. I was very tempted to start filming. I honestly wish I would have. And then this huge fight breaks out. There's 6 people yelling at each other. I obviously can't understand their language. They're just going nuts. They made me so uncomfortable. She literally was just yelling at everybody. She wasn't yelling at me directly, but everybody, all the nail techs started walking by, giving weird looks. And I'm like, I didn't do anything wrong, but I was like, my eyes started getting really teary-eyed and I started getting really, really hot and getting panicky. Like, I felt like I was gonna lose it. I'm gonna try not to cry. Oh my goodness. That was so bad. I'm like, they made me feel so shitty just for asking why these two were so short. If there was no nail left, it would have looked weird. And not that they like said it was my fault, but like to put me in that position to feel that uncomfortable and that much screaming and yelling. Like, everybody in the nail salon was uncomfortable. Like, the girls were like, there was other girls that were like, you guys are like the ones that messed up. Like, other people were trying to take my side, but it was just so out of control, guys. And basically I was just like, you know what, I have somewhere to be. I have to go pick up my dogs. I just made something up because I like had to get out of there. Oh my gosh, I'm getting so choked up because I just felt like, whew, I will never again tell a nail tech that there's something wrong with my nails. Like, I don't care how bad they look. Like, this is lesson learned. Whew, I need to go and like take a walk and like a breather because I am running hot right now.
I booked in for biab refills. Went in and I asked for chrome, silver chrome nails, and they were like, yeah, grand, we can do that. Show the reference pic, okay? If you want to get exactly what you want, show a reference photo. Did that, grand. Now, as she started doing my nails, a lot of personal questions. How old are you? What do you work as? Okay, that was grand. Then she goes, hang on a second, I'll be back. I'm going to surprise you. And I was like, what? Gets up from the nail chair, toodles off into another room, comes back with her phone. Colour chart. Please pick a colour. Pick a colour that resonates the most with you. I was like, sorry? Like, literally looking to the woman on my left being like, what? And I was like, pink. And she's like, right, let's see. The pink colour means you are lonely. You were yearning for love. And I was like, I literally wanted to be like, is there any chance you could tell me about the colour chart and also do my nails? Like, at this stage, the nail filer was down on the table. She stops the eat, pray, love moment of the colour chart and she does one nail. I want it to be silver chrome, not hard, have had it loads of times before, very easily done. It's blue. It's coming out blue. And I stopped her in her tracks and I said, listen, before you go ahead and do the full 10 nails, why is that blue? And can we please change it? Because I don't want it to be blue. At this stage, oh, what? Turns to the left. The man beside her goes, oh yeah, no, we can't do that. Sorry. And I go, could you have maybe said that before I sat down for an hour? At this stage, like, I was an hour and 20 minutes in. And I'm not being funny, girls. But for refills usually 40 minutes. 40 minutes refills. An hour and 20 minutes in. And I was just like, listen, can I just come back tomorrow? I did go back. They said, listen, we can't do that chrome or whatever. These are the chromes we do have. And I said, grand, let's do this one. Kind of a holographic moment. The Hailey Bieber one. That's what I asked for. Anyways, they do it. Did 4 layers of biab. At this stage, the nail was thick. I put up a photo. I was like, why do my fingers look like chodes? At this stage, I was like, whatever. An hour later, I just rang and I was like, listen, I'm not trying to be awkward, but is there any chance can you come back and just leave the chrome? I don't know why they're so thick. They've never looked this thick before. Starts shouting down the phone at me, being like, no, you can't come back. Like, we've done it for you twice now. You'll have to pay, like, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, okay, right, grand. Then that was that. It was like 2 weeks in and I was like, okay, I don't really want the chodes anymore. I will pay for a new set. It's not worth the fight. Like, I'm not going to be like, I'm not, like, just, that's fine. 2.5 weeks later, I get a phone call. Hi, and I just wondering because I just saw that you're booked in. Just wanted to check like what's going on because the girls are terrified. And I go, sorry? And she was like, yeah, the girls are terrified. And I was like, why are they terrified? And she was like, oh, that you're going to make a complaint? And literally never made a complaint. She was like, yeah, just call me back. So it's like an hour before the appointment. I rang back and I was like, hi, are you okay? She was like, yeah, like the girls are terrified. And it's like, what's the terrified thing though? Why are they so scared? Like, I'm confused. And she's like, oh, because, you know, like you told one of the girls to fuck off on the phone. What? I was like, sorry? And I go, excuse me? Yeah. And I was just like, that didn't happen. Like, I'm not going to like tell someone to fuck off because they can't do it. Like, I'm just confirming, are you refusing me? Like, are you saying don't come? They're like it was just like silence. And she's like, let me just check it for you and then come back to you. It's just like, oh, like writing it all down. okay, Agatha Christie, like. And then she, like, I think she said, even after I said I didn't say that, like, I think she said the girls are terrified maybe seven times. Like, genuinely kept saying it, and I was just like, okay, I'll call you back later, and she just never rang me back. So I know it sounds like crackhead to be like, I'm barred from a nail salon, but like, I genuinely didn't do anything. But that's fine. I'll take my business elsewhere, and that's what I did.
I just left the nail salon like this, halfway through. Look, somebody better fix these. I don't know why nail salons play with you. I come in and I say, can I get a French tip? And you say yes. And I say, can I get it in this color? And you say yes. And then I leave with this. Cindy fixed my nails. We're okay. My normal nail technician is on maternity leave. So when my husband said, hey, go get your nails done, I thought in my head, oh, I'll go to a nail salon. And that was just the wrong. You don't go to a nail salon to get your nails done. You go to a nail salon to be disappointed. So that's where I messed up. I asked for a French tip manicure. They're like, no problem, girly. I pick my colors, they sit me down, and the technician doesn't come back for 45 minutes. She finally comes back. We start on my nails. She does this whole hand just solid pink powder. So I'm thinking we're gonna paint the tip, right? I look at her and I say, we're gonna paint the tip, right? And she goes, oh, you want French tip? I pull out the picture, I say, hey, this is what I'm trying to get. She says, yeah, I can't do that. He could do that, but he won't be done for an hour. At this point, baby Jesus is on my shoulder telling me to have some patience because all mine has left my body. I came to the next nearest nail salon with tears just streaming down my face. I said, can you please fix this? And they fixed it. So that was cool. My day's not ruined, but if you can't do a French tip, don't work at a nail salon, okay? Sorry. It's just, maybe it's not for you.
I'm wondering why it's $70, but I'm not getting a fill.
Yeah, no fill because your nail long.
But since we cut them down, wouldn't you just charge for the cut down?
I total $70. 75, but I call you $75.
Okay. I thought a polish change was like $15.
Long nail, your nail long nail.
So long nails would be like a $5 or $10 more charge.
So here you just polish chain. It's a $40, but your nail long and they cut the chain. They will charge you extra. Yeah.
Okay. But so
guys, what are your thoughts since watching these guys' stories? Some are beautifully done and some are just horrible done. But guys, I cannot get over the price tags. I could not imagine paying $170 or $204 to get my nails done. That's just outrageous. That's a day's pay for me when I work a 12-hour shift. So guys, let me know, what are your thoughts? Would you pay that much to get your nails done? And would you still tip if you were dissatisfied?